How are you ding dong diddly doing there, gamerinos? Hope you're having a flanderific day. Man, I was watching this Senate hearing with RFK Jr. And man, I just gotta say, I love RFK Jr. I really do. And I just gotta say, like, he deserves so much praise, so much credit, and just so much support and love from all of us, because I think the only person that, like, even comes close to the amount of hate that RFK Jr. gets from the rabid, radical left is Trump. Without a doubt. The only person who even comes close is Trump. And they hate Trump. They hate him. But RFK, they hate Bobby. They really, really, really hate Bobby. And it's because all of these liberals are being paid by Big Pharma. They're getting this Big Pharma money, and RFK Jr. is trying to take away their gravy train. So they hate him. And it's so sad just watching the man get yelled at, just screamed at, literally screamed at by these rabid leftoids and rabid, even rabid Republicans too, that are being paid big bucks by Big Pharma, and it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. It's like, I have never seen, I've watched a lot of Senate hearings, and there's a lot of people that have shown up for these, like Nigel Farage. I've seen him. I've seen Alejandro Mayorkas, who, if anyone should have been screamed at the top of, like getting screamed at the top of their lungs, it should have been him, because he was just a horrible, horrible person and a horrible, horrible, what do you call it? What was his position again? I think maybe AG? Or no, I think that was Merrick Garland. Whatever, I forget what exactly his position was. But he was just, he was terrible, horrible at his job. If anyone should have been yelled at, it was probably him. But even then, I would say there's just, that's just classless, and there's no decorum whatsoever in yelling at someone like that. But, like, RFK Jr. just screamed at, and it's so sad. He's such a great, upstanding dude. Like, he's just trying to do what's right by, like, the American people. Like, it's in the title. He wants to make America healthy again. That's his only goal. And he just gets treated like shit. Like absolute shit. And like I said, it's just so sad. Because he's, like I said, such a good guy. I'll say this. While Trump is a great guy, and he is trying to do what's right by Americans, he at least invites it upon himself, if that makes sense. He invites it upon himself because he likes to stir the pot, all right? He likes to stir the pot, and it's hilarious, it's great, it's amazing. I love Trump, all right? But RFK is literally not out here stirring the pot. He's not out here stirring the pot. He's not, like, trying to be like this. I mean, this is probably not the right... Hello there, Slicks. Like, this is maybe not the right word, but he's not trying to be this fighter, you know? I mean, he is a fighter, but, like... He's not trying to be, like, a fighter like the way Trump is, where Trump is trying to piss people off, and it's hilarious. That's not RFK. But the man is just treated so terribly. Just so awfully. And these Democrats should just be ashamed of themselves. Just absolutely appalled at their behavior. But they're not. They won't be. Because they have no shame. They have no dignity. They're terrible people. Like, you know, I'm gonna say it. They're terrible people. Don't be sad because sad backwards is das, and das gay. What? You okay? Yeah, no, I can't take the RFK Jr hate. Das? Oh. I read it like German. Das ist gay. Oh ja. Oh ja, very good. Oh ja. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. If Democrats weren't already ashamed of themselves, like, they should absolutely be ashamed of themselves. After that hearing, like, that was despicable. Absolutely despicable. The way they... Wait, what? Why is this not lined up right? Despicable Me? Like the song? I thought Despicable Me was a movie. It is. I've never heard of the song before. But yeah, no, it's just awful the way that they treat that poor man. I've never heard of the song before. It's in the movie. Oh. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess. But yeah, you should watch it, Slicks. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. Because like I said, at least with Trump, it's like... Oh! It's like, you know what? Trump is at least an agitator, and he kind of, like, brings it on himself a little bit. I mean, not... Yo! I mean, definitely not everything that happens to Trump he brings on himself. But, like, when he gets, like, you know, and people, like, go after him, like, saying that he's, like, I don't know, like a dick or whatever, he kind of brings it on himself a little bit. I still think it's hilarious, and it's great, and I support the fuck out of him. But Bobby literally does not bring it on himself. Literally does not. Wait, what happened to the carpet here? Yeah, Bobby literally does not bring anything on himself. He's just trying to do what's right. He's just trying to help make us healthy. And instead, he gets treated like garbage. Why is this just not right? Like, you see this? Why is this not right, Slicks? Is this supposed to go... Oh, It can't be that it's going up one more. Okay, I've got a theory, but I would need to go and check it out. But yeah, no, I'm not even joking. Like, Otto just got the dream nail. Why is he not streaming it? Tell him he needs to stream it. And that I'm very disappointed I'm not there watching him play it. He said he will when he's further. Tell him to do it now. Tell him that's an unacceptable answer and he should be ashamed of himself for giving that answer. He just doesn't want to be distracted so much, and he is worried people will tell him how to play the game and what to do. Alright, I guess. People definitely do that in Hollow Knight. I will say I'm not like that, but I've definitely done that before, but then again, people will ask me, you know? I don't just go and tell them what to do. He said he'll definitely stream the Pantheons. It is 8. It is 8 everywhere, and it goes 3 up, so I guess we're just gonna adjust the roof. I guess that would make sense for those to be... Okay, alright, I see the issue. I don't think I do that either, but I was watching him play, and he'd ask me... Okay, I cannot fly, and... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, cool. Or get in. I was watching him play, and he'd ask me, and I'd only answer stuff that he needed so I wouldn't spoil too much. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But, like, typically, that's the way I would do it. The only time I haven't done it like that, was... actually with the guy who kind of got me into streaming, Christian Crake. That's how I actually... A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Ultra Mega OK was only a viewer, not a streamer. And I'd go through and I'd watch people play Hollow Knight, right? And there was this one guy, Christian Craig, and he was a real noob. Really bad at games. Like, if you think I'm bad at games, like, he was way worse. But he would basically have me hold his hand throughout the entire game, which is an aw, cute moment. But... so that's got to go down. Yeah, he'd basically have me hold his hand throughout the entire game. So I would more or less tell him exactly where to go and exactly what to do and how to kill things. Like, he legitimately wanted me to, like, backseat game him. Yeah. He also said I was his inspiration to get back into streaming and to get more consistent with it. Nice. But, yeah, you know, it's funny because it kind of evolved from there. Like, I was just, like, the guy in chat that would, like, tell him how to do things. You know. But, like, I would... Fuck. I would be such a regular on the channel that after a while, he'd be... Yeah, I would fuck, you know? I mean... Yeah, that would be kind of weird. Like, if I didn't, but... Anyway. There we go. Now that I've fixed that, I would be such a regular on the channel that, like, he would be playing, like, a really annoying game, or, like, a scary game, or, like, just, like, a rage game, you know? And he would, have me join, like, the Discord, through, like, a Discord call, and I would just talk to him through the game. And I kind of became, like, a staple of the channel. Like the way that, like, you're a staple of the channel, Slicks. And I think I even played a couple of games with him every now and then. Or maybe that was Whiskey. I don't remember. Okay, one at a time, please. One at a time. One at a time. I can only deal with so many assholes at once. We get him? There we go. Okay, cool. Great. Amazing. Oh. Yeah, good thing we came back. I guess I missed those. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying. Oh, you made me a clip. Oh, how nice. Thank you. I need clips. I really do. I actually had to go back and, like, watch some Silk Song footage to get, like, clips. So thank you for making that for me. I really appreciate. Alright. Please. What can I say? I'm goated. You sure are, Slicks. You sure are goated and zoated. But yeah, anyway, I was such a staple of the channel that, is there another one shooting me? I can't get through this story without freaks trying to fucking kill me. Whoa! Asshole? Like I was saying, I can't get through this without freaks trying to kill me. Yeah, I was just such a staple on the channel that he would be, like, playing a game or something, and he would have me, like, talking with him. And then he just kind of, like, quit streaming or whatever. He just gave up. And it was kind of sad. And then I was kind of like a regular on this other channel. God, stop picking up stupid shit. I was kind of a regular on this other channel. I still got him, like, I think as one of the recommended channels, just because it's like a legacy thing, even though, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say... that I'm entitled to have, like, any viewership, like, from him specifically, or, like, anyone from that channel, but it's kind of stupid considering how, like, how big of a staple I was on Whiskey's channel, that, like, I never see Whiskey or, like, anyone from that channel ever again. Like, I don't know. I think that's kind of weird, kind of dumb that they just, like, blackballed me or whatever. I'm just waiting for people to realize I have Hollow Knight emotes on my channel while I'm streaming Silk Song. I mean, technically I know about that. But yeah, I just... I don't know. I feel like that's kind of weird. That, like... I think he stopped in, like, once when I first started streaming. But, like, no one else came in. I don't know. I would see these people all the time. Sounds like some L's to me. I guess I took the L. But yeah, no, like I said, I feel like I was fairly close with... Why is this one way taller than that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. So I keep getting distracted while I'm trying to tell stories here, and it's like turning me into rambly grandpa, I swear. Are all of these fucked up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, all of these are fucked up. That's fucked up. But yeah, you know, like, I would even talk to these people on, like, Discord, back when I actually, like, kinda used to use Discord. You know? Like, and I still even remember their tags. There's Blue Valentine. I was pretty close with Blue Valentine. Like, I want to say I talked to her, when something big happened, I wanted to say, like, it might have been when I first... Oh, I don't... Because that was the beginning of this year, and I know... Or... Well, I don't know. I could be wrong on this, but I want to say when I... kind of... I mean, I don't know. We weren't really dating, but, like, we were something. When I stopped talking to this one girl, and I was like really bummed about it. Like, I was talking to her about it, I swear. And yeah, I don't know. And then there was another guy, Just Tyler. Like, I've still got some of the whispers that he sent me. And, who else was there? I mean, Blue was the main one. And then, of course, there's Whiskey himself, and, like I said, there was Just Tyler. There's someone else that I am, like, absolutely forgetting. I remember he used to be really good at GeoGuessr. But I can't for the life of me remember his name. But yeah, just, like, And the fucked up part was they would go and they would watch, like, other people's streams. Like, that other guy that I was telling you about, whose name I can't remember, he had his Twitch channel. And, like, fucking everyone would go and, like, would watch him. Oh, I gotta go ahead and maybe up that by 1. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, they would go and they'd watch, like, all of these other streamers that, I guess you could call them spin-off streamers, you know? Like, they would go ahead and they streamed, but they were never as big as Whiskey. And, you know, like, we would go and support them, you know, like these smaller streamers. Like I said, I like to call them spin-off streamers. But then I started streaming, and of course, like I said, I was a staple. I mean, maybe not so much of Whiskey's channel, though I definitely was for a while there. I was definitely more of a staple of Christian Crake's channel. But like I said, I was friends with these people, so I don't really understand why they just never decided to like come over and ever like I would understand if they're like still not, you know, they maybe didn't like last the entire way or whatever, you know. Like, I just wasn't their cup of tea. And, you know, they didn't stick around, whatever, you know. But, like, they never showed up, though. Never. Except for Whiskey, one time. Like, when I first started streaming. So, like, I don't know. I feel like that's part of the reason I never really went back on Whiskey's stream. You know? You're getting so much ultra lore here, Slicks. I hope you're enjoying. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's why I never really, like, went back and watched his streams. I don't really watch streams anymore. Unless it's like Slicks' stream or G's stream. True. That is true. Why are you so angry? You can't even see me, bro. Honestly, I really miss auto streaming, because, like, with you, Slicks, unfortunately, you never really stream at, like, the best time for me. Because typically during the day, you stream either when I'm at work or during the day while I'm, like, doing something. But, like, Otto would stream at the perfect time, like, right at night. You know, I've got nothing going on. It's like, oh yeah, this would be a perfect time to watch a stream, you know? Yeah. Well, and besides, I miss Otto being around too, you know? that, you know. But also, like, his streaming time was super convenient as well. Sorry, bro. My schedule is backwards to everyone. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. I can't be upset. Like, I can't be upset. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. And I try to, you know, even when I'm doing something, you know, I try to at least have you on in the background so you're getting some of that sweet, sweet ad revenue. Start doing streams at night when we move to a bigger place. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Then you can absolutely 100% have my undivided attention. Oh, whoops. Yes, there is something else I can do here. Really? There we go. Hey! Oh, you fucking asshole. Oh, nice. They didn't, like, destroy anything. That's awesome. Is there any more, like, ultra lore that, like, I should drop? I don't know. Like I said, I used to like play games and like chat with Whiskey, as well as Chris. I think I talked more to Christian Craig, but I did more, like I played more games with Whiskey. Because this would have been back when I worked at Anthony's, at the pizza place. Because it was a big deal to Christian Craig because he was Italian and his whole thing was like pizza. And he would like talk about pizza a lot for some reason. When did I start rock climbing? That's a good question. So it would have been... It was around the time I was leaving the pizza place. The reason I remember it so vividly is because remember the girl I was talking about earlier, that like we weren't quite dating, but we were something. It's convoluted because she had a boyfriend, but we were like also an item. Yeah. Weird times. So her brother would go rock climbing, and like I think I had just brought it up to her randomly one day, like that I used to rock climb like a long time ago. And she was like, "Oh, my brother," and we used to work together actually. That's the whole reason we kind of became a thing, is because like we started talking because her brother wanted you? No. No, she was all about me. She was all about me, alright? And I was kind of all about her. But regardless, anyway, her brother and I used to work at Five Guys together, which would have been way before Anthony's too. So that, I don't even remember when all of this was, but we used to work together. Me and him used to work together at Five Guys, and she started working there, and we got along, me and her. Did you smash? No comment. Funny answer that. No comment. And I may explain why that's a funny answer, but regardless, anyway. Yeah, so me and her just kind of got along, and I can't remember if she started texting me. I think she started texting me, and we were kind of like texting a little bit, right? And then she told her brother about me, and her brother was like, "Oh yeah, that's Ultra. We used to work together over at Five Guys, and like you pulled a Yuri, baby girl, and fumbled." I'm just gonna say no comment, alright? No comment. We're not gonna talk about that, okay? We're not gonna talk about that. Even though that is... Alright, we'll talk about... There was no real fumble, okay? There was no real fumble. Anyway, her brother had told her about me, and then like we really started texting from there, and that's kind of like when we kind of like became a thing. Get banned. You got a fucking tiny penis. Tiny penis. Wait, is that what happened? What? I'm confused. You're gonna have to... You pulled a Yuri, baby girl. I mean... I don't... I don't know what that's supposed to mean. The reason we weren't a thing is because I told her... This is like way TMI. This is like way TMI, but like, whatever. I don't care. I mean, I know it's going up on YouTube where everyone's gonna be able to see it, but whatever. I don't care. I'll talk about it. The reason that we like stopped being a thing is because I told her that she needed to like she needed to tell that other guy goodbye. Alright? Bro, this lore drop is so intense, but I'm at the gym, so it's laggy for me. Yeah, no, this is a lot of lore. So much lore. It means what the main character did and fumbled. No. 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 I say no. Alright, again, this is gonna be way TMI here, but like, she had 2 kids, and like, by 2 different baby daddies, so I wasn't really looking to be the third. I'll put it that way. So, no. There wasn't a fumble, alright? Wait a minute, didn't I stop to grab something? No, I stopped to go and take a look at this. But anyway, yeah, the reason we stopped being a thing. The reason we stopped being a thing was that I told her cuz her whole deal was that this guy was not treating her well and was just being like a dick or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. Get rid of him. Tell him goodbye. Like, we're just going to be a thing, right? And she didn't do that. And she, like, it was weird. She, like, insisted that, like, for the longest time, she would talk about, like, how terrible this dude was. And he was such a dick and, like, just, like, kind of a bad person and whatever. And, like, would constantly make her feel bad and shit. But then when I was like, oh yeah, well then tell him goodbye, right? And then we're gonna be a thing, and like, you obviously know that I'm going to treat you well. That's when she like started changing her tune, like, oh, he's not actually that bad of a guy, and you know, I was just being drunk and dramatic, and I was like, okay, alright, and I straight up told her this, like, you're fucking crazy, okay, goodbye. And, oh, you know, getting back to the question that you had actually asked me, Slicks, because this is all, like, related. She had told me her brother was into rock climbing, right? Well, getting back to another thing that I had said earlier about her saying, oh, you like, I was just drunk, you know, and, you know, was just, like, saying shit to say shit. So she was, like, a mad alcoholic, like a crazy alcoholic, right? Like, she was, like, on the sauce. Oh, you're such an asshole. Stop! Stop! Anyway, mad alcoholic, crazy on the sauce. She got pulled over for drinking and driving, right? Man, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this lore drop. I can only hear bits and pieces. Cool, cool. You can find the YouTube video. Yeah, there is so much lore. But yeah, so, yo, what the fuck? Why is this so far down? Why is this one so far down? Okay, maybe it is supposed to be this far down. Anyway, alcoholic, yes. Raging alcoholic. So, she got pulled over for drinking and driving. And, like, we were having this, like, big meeting. I don't know why we needed to have... Just let me know when you drop the video. I will. I may drop it tonight, if I'm being honest with you. So, we were having this big meeting for some reason, because, like... Okay, I'm back. Because our company, for no fucking reason, insisted that as servers at a pizza place, we needed to have a company meeting. So, send it my way. I will send it to you. I will. I promise that once it drops, I will send you a link. So, yeah, for whatever reason, the company said that we needed to have all of these company meetings, right? So we were, wait, I fixed it. I set it to audio only, and now it doesn't have to buffer the stupid video. Cool, cool. You can still watch the YouTube video, though. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Oh, and also, Slicks, I wanted to tell you this. You need to upload all of your Silksong playthrough onto YouTube. Because I wanna go back and watch it once I've completed the game. Yeah, so you gotta do that so that I can go back and watch it, because I really haven't been watching it. Like, I've seen that you've been streaming, but it's like I can't watch it because I don't want to spoil the game for me. So you gotta go ahead and do that. I also gotta tell G he needs to do that as well, because I want to watch both of your playthroughs of it. And of course, you already know that mine is uploaded onto YouTube. Anyway, I think between us three I'm the furthest. I think you're right. That would make sense. I thought it was me for the longest time, but it is not me. You are definitely further than me. I think G and I are roughly in the same area. I think I'm a little bit ahead of G. But yeah, anyway. So we had this, like, big meeting, and, like, the meetings were always really annoying because I would have to wake up. He just fought Widow today. Oh, well then maybe he's a little bit further ahead of me in some place, because I have not fought Widow. But yeah, it was always really annoying because I had to wake up early to go to this meeting, and it was like, well, fuck this. This is so stupid. Like, we're a fucking pizza place. Why the fuck do we need to get up, like, and have this stupid meeting? But I got a phone call, and I'm just like, yo, what the hell is going on? And I need to count. Or, oh, I need to actually go and fucking check out how tall the bottom pillar is. Let me go do that real quick. But yeah, I get this call early in the morning, and I'm like, who the fuck could this be? And at first, I didn't even, like... I didn't even pick it up because I didn't recognize the number, right? Well, then it called again, and I was just like, who the fuck is this? It's got to be someone who specifically wants me if they called back a second time. So I pick up the phone, and she's on the other end, and she's like in tears, like, I got arrested, I'm in jail, I need you to bail me out. And I'm just like, I remember just like waking up, like fully waking up, because I was like half asleep when I was like, what? And then I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? And she's like, I got caught drinking and driving, I need you to bail me out. So, fucking being Captain Save-A-Ho, I decided, alright, I'll bail her the fuck out of jail. Why I decided to be Captain Save-A-Ho, I don't know. But I was, and I saved that hoe. Captain Save-A-Ho. Yeah, that was me. I did it. Like I said, saved that hoe. So I paid $100. Literally paid. I was gonna pay her in cash. I was gonna pay in cash to bail her out. But she was like, if you use your credit card, I can get out quicker, and I really want to get out of here as quick as possible. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. $100 is $100. I was gonna pay it in cash anyway. But I guess I'll put it on my credit card statement to where my dad can see it. But whatever. So I go ahead, I bail her the fuck out of jail. I go to the meeting. It's like fucking awkward as fuck because my boss this is a fun part. This is a fun part, right? My boss, his wife is a judge. So he knew immediately that she was in jail. And the entire, and like confronted me beforehand and was like, oh, is there something you want to tell me? And like, I tried playing it off, that like, oh, because of course it was a mandatory meeting, right? So she asked me to like make up some bullshit, like she was sick or something, and couldn't show up, right? So of course I'm sitting there like a jackass trying to tell this story, and he's like, all right, like, you sure you don't want to tell me what happened? Can you stop? And finally he was just like, yeah, no, I knew the entire time, I just wanted you to tell me. So after that humiliation, and like him just like, and I want to say that like not drinking on the job was like one of the things that the company wanted us to talk about, and the entire time he's just like staring at me, and I'm like, really? So I go and we get out, and I go and I pick her up, right? And she's like, oh, I'm gonna pay you back, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just like, okay, alright, like, honestly, yeah, you better. Slicks, I'm getting to the story. You don't want to spoil it for yourself here. So anyway, maybe like a few weeks later, because it was near to Valentine's Day, right? And I was like, yo, I want to see you, And she's like, oh, I can't because, he's staying over at the house, and, like, fucking, I don't know how much, 6, 7, I don't know how much longer, like, we're gonna be able to, like, see each other because he's wanting to spend more time with me now, and blah, 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 don't care, didn't ask. What in the hell? Okay, here we go. Yeah, don't care, didn't ask. Yo, what? Why am I able to jump through that? Oh, probably because I didn't do it right. That would be my guess. Yo, what the fuck did I do here? Huh? What the... Sorry, I know I'm ruining story time. Oh, well, I think it's because I fucked this up. Here, let me put these in. Maybe this will help. I'm sorry, Slicks. I know, I'm the worst person ever for ruining story time. So yeah, that's when, like, we stopped, like, being a thing. Cause I got real upset. I was like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what do you mean we can't, like, be a thing anymore? What do you mean he's spending more time with you. Like, you need to... Something is not right here. Something is not right. Let me keep working on it, and I'll explain to figure this out. And I think that's when I was like, yo, you need to go ahead and, like, be done. How many of them are there? I think that's when I was like, you need to be done with him. And she was like, I'm not gonna do that, and, like, drama, right? So then we stopped being a thing. And, I was like, well, you're still gonna pay me back. Like, I'm still getting that money. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, I've got no intention of, like, keeping that money from you. I will be right back. Give me a second and I'll finish the story. Alright, sorry, my asshole had to throw up. Wow, story time is amazing right now. Big cliffhanger. Gotta stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. Well, I'm back, so we can continue the story now that my asshole is done throwing up. So, we're no longer a thing, right? But I forgot to mention a crucial part of the story. He found out. I guess he had taken her phone while we were in the middle of this or something, and had found out the entire thing. And, of course, he is pissed. He, like, took her phone and was, like, texting me and was, like, trying to do some mean shit talk, but I was just better. You can't out shit talk me. So he was trying to say some shit, and I was like, put her back on, like, give her her phone back. Classic get pooped in moment. Exactly. I was like, I'm not here to talk to you. You're fucking, like, illiterate. And apparently that made him really mad that I called him illiterate. Because, like, he wasn't, like, spelling anything correctly, and it was, like, difficult to read, like, what he was writing, because it was so incoherent. And I guess he was just, like, really, really mad. Fair enough. I mean, I guess. You found out your girl was cheating on you. So, you know, I told him that. I was like, bro, you're fucking illiterate. Like, you're a total loser. Wait. What the fuck is... There is something seriously wrong here. Wait, she was with him while with you. Yes. Yes. That is exactly what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You didn't catch that part? How did you miss that? That's like a key part of that's like a crucial part of the story. Is this supposed to go up another one? I'm so confused here. Must have been at the gym when I was lagging. Also, I have ads. Well, cool. You can wait while I try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this roof. Man, the people in the YouTube crowd are gonna be like, get done with the story! But we gotta wait for Slicks, because Slicks is the main audience of this story. You know, and I don't blame Slicks for being like, you gotta tell me all of this tea, because it's like actually a genuinely good story. You know? And of course, me just working while I'm telling this story and, like, you know, getting distracted and shit, it just makes the story even funnier and even better. in my opinion. But wait, it matches up perfectly here. I don't get that. Because it's not, it's... Yeah, this is what huh? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, he's back. What was the last thing I said? Was the last thing I said that, like, he found out? And, like, we're yelling at each other, basically, but I got the better of him? Okay, cool. So, you know, I basically told him, like, we had our fight, me and her. Like, we had our fight. I'm done with her. I don't want her. She's all yours. Right? I just want to get my money back for bailing your girl out of jail. I forgot to mention, she called him and he didn't pick up the phone. So that's why she called me. Because I actually picked up the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the problem! I figured it out. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Go Ultra. Go Ultra. Go Ultra. It's your birthday. It's not really. But you can still give me money like it is my birthday. Okay, alright. So, yeah. I was like, yeah, I bailed out your girl from jail. I just want my money back. So I was telling her, like, you need to come over here and give me my money, basically. Yeah, I did an ODB. I said, girl, you better give me that money. Hey, Ultra, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey. Sorry about that. It was kind of funny, though. I mean... Anyway. Can you fuck off? So, yeah, I did the hey, Ultra, baby, I got your money, and I told her, yeah, like, you need to, girl, you better give me that money, and she was like, oh, yeah, I've got no intention of, like, not paying you back, and, like, I'm gonna pay you back, and all of this shit, and I was like, okay, alright, so I want you to, like, I want you to pay me back, I don't want to see him, and do you mind? And he was, of course, was not having it, like, no way, like, she'll pay you back, but, like, I'm gonna be there, and all of this shit, and he was just going, oh, basically, that was him. And why is this still not right? I don't know why this is so fucked up. But yeah, no, he was like saying like, that he was gonna be there and shit. And I was like, no, I'm gonna get my money back, and I don't want to see him. Because, like, understandable, why would I want to go and see him? Especially, after, like, I was fooling around with this girl. Why is this still fucked up? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's still too tall. Sorry. Anyway, so he's saying that, like, basically he wants to pull up, right? That is essentially what he's saying. Like, she's gonna pay you back, but I'm gonna be there. And I was like, no, like, this is not how this transaction is going to work. Like, you're not going anywhere near me, because from what I heard, he was kind of a psycho. So I was like, I don't want anything to do with that, because that is how people end up shot. Essentially, was my argument. But of course I didn't say that to him. I was just like, no, I'm not dealing with you. You're not gonna be there. And she kept, like, insisting, like, I guess it was more so him, but, like, he was saying, like, I'm not, she was saying, like, he's gonna be there, and he's wanting to be there, and he wants to pull up right now. And of course I'm just like, that's not happening. That's, like, not an option. I was like, you need to come alone, and you need to go ahead and, you know, bring me my money. You are still here, Slicks, right? I'm not talking to the ether, I'm not talking to the void. Before I continue on with this story. Yeah? Okay, cool. So, you're running on the treadmill? Gotcha. So, she's basically saying, like, that's not gonna happen, and that he's gonna be there. And I was like, well, you need to figure it out, because I'm getting my money back, and he's not going to be there, you know? So, finally, I think it was her that made this idea, not me. But she was like, you know, my brother, I can give the money to my brother, and he can give it to you, right? Oh, fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. Whatever. So I was like, alright, fine, that works with me. So she goes, so she blocks me, right? She blocks me. Fuck. Do I have more? I do have more. So she blocks me, and we're not talking anymore. I don't think we've talked since. Honestly. Not that I would really want to talk to her. There's not a whole lot to be said there. But her brother texted me and was like, oh, I've got the money that my sister has for you. And he was like, oh, do you want to go rock climbing? You know, I go rock climbing. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And basically I've gone with him me and this other guy have all gone rock climbing ever since. And that is the story of how I first went rock climbing. Well, I guess not first, but like how I got into it on a weekly basis. I know, right? Quite a story, quite a story. All that for rock climbing, yes. Well, you asked the question, how I got into it, and, like, that's relevant information. So, yeah. That is the story there. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice, I'm glad. Oh, and I did mention I got my money back, right? I did get the $100 back. No, well, I got the $100 back, so... Yeah, you know, I'll say she may have been a little crazy. She may have been an alcoholic, but she was true to her word. I mean, maybe not with him, but with me, she was true to her word. I got my money back. She really didn't fight me on it, except for, like... I guess she kind of fought me on it a little bit, but... It wasn't, like, a lack of... Oh, she wanted to Zelle me the money, too. That was, like, a big thing. She wanted me to, like... to get Zelle, and I was like, I don't have Zelle. I'm not using Zelle. She tried Zelling it to me like 3 times. I was like, I don't have the money. You have to give me cash. I told you I wanted it in cash. But yeah, she finally ended up getting it to me through her brother. So, yeah, that was that. Alright, cool. The tunnel is done. The story is done. Well, I guess it's technically not done yet. It's very close to being done. Copper bulb, copper bulb. Throw those in there. Block of copper. I don't know why I'm throwing netherrack in there, but whatever. Cool. Now we can throw these in here. Don't need any of this either. Now there's only two things left to do. I gotta get another soul lantern. Oh, I guess I gotta pack this up. Any other lore-related questions that you're dying to know the answer to, Slicks? Oh, these are all used. I can't. Why do you hate platforming? Because I'm not very good at it. That one was a nice, easy, short answer. It makes me feel bad about myself. And it's just annoying. Alright, gotta do 2 quick things. Ugh. Gotta do 2 quick things, and then I am going to end the episode for tonight. Oh, also, this is, I mean, getting back to the whole lore of how I got into rock climbing and that girl. You know, it's something that, like, I know that her brother, like, knows about. I know that he knows that we were, like, a thing, me and her. But, like, it's something we've never spoke about. Like, ever. Like, the words have just, like, never... We were just pretending it didn't happen, I guess. Which I think is kind of funny. No, I don't want that. Because, like, we both damn well know... He damn well knows something was going on. Because, like... We were always together. Like, I was pretty bummed. Like, when we met. And, like... I think she even sent him, like, a picture of us together. And, like... Probably didn't hear, but it sounds like you smashed. Again, I'm going to say no comment on that. Oh, I never said why that was funny, that answer, because my boss and a couple of my coworkers asked if, like, me and her were a thing, and that was the answer I gave, was no comment. But yeah, I'm going to give you the same answer, no comment. You know, I will say I gave a pretty clear answer. I did actually give a pretty clear answer. If you're smart enough to find it, you know. Let me just heal up. I know this is really useless. Like, I really don't need to be healing up my shit. But I'm going to heal it up. I'm intelligent. It's pronounced intelligent. Yeah, let me heal up my shit real quick. That's one of my favorite Simpsons quotes. It's pronounced nuclear. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I'm a pretty big fan of The Simpsons. I know you're shocked. You never would have guessed that I'm a big fan of The Simpsons. Like, ever. Can the boots be healed, please? Where's my XP? I need my XPP. Yeah, I know, that's the joke. I literally, my thing is like, have a flanderific, I hope you're having a flanderific day. Which I think is actually something, my wife and I watch it every once in a while from the beginning. Yeah, the early seasons are the funny ones. I swear that is like an actual Flanders quote, though. I swear he does actually say, I hope you're having a flanderific day. You know, I'm going to actually take these off so that the boots, like, actually really heal up quickly. Why is, like, nothing coming from that side? Oh, there we go. True what? True dat? Oh, a baby zombie. Would you look at that? Man, it's going to be a tough day for him when he figures out I've got baby zombie protection. There it is. Yeah, see, I had to install that, the baby zombie protection, this little magma block right here, because Blake was AFKing this one day, and then all of a sudden he ended up dying because a baby zombie, like, got through like that, and he ended up escaping out the bottom and, like, came up the scaffolding and killed him. So I had to install that there to ensure that didn't happen anymore. Oh, and you know, I gotta say, this is, like, really random, but I feel like I gotta say it. I feel really bad for her kids. You're home? Nice. Yeah, I feel really bad for her kids, because, like, the one was a fucking hellion, and I couldn't stand him. But the other kid, like, they tried saying he was the hellion, and he was, like, the bad kid or whatever. But he just wasn't. Like, there's no way he was the problem child. Like, he was so, like, sweet. Yeah, they tried making him, like, the bad guy or whatever. But, like... Yo! What in the hell? Just burned up my fucking floor, bitch! That's so fucking annoying. What an asshole. Oh, whatever. Yeah, like I said, they tried making him, like, the bad guy or whatever. And this kid was so nice. Like, every time that I would go over... So... funnily enough, she lived at first with her like, stepmom. And her stepmom wouldn't allow, like, anyone to stay overnight with her. So I would have to, like, sneak in through, like, her bedroom window in the middle of the night. So I'd climb through the fucking window. The kid would, like, wake up, and he would be, like, so happy to see me. And he'd go and, like, give me a hug, and then he'd, like, go right back to sleep. Meanwhile, the hellion is up all fucking hours of the night, just being, like, a little asshole. That's like high school vibes right there. Yeah, kinda. Except for we were two grown-ass adults. One of them was like 2, and the other one was like... Or maybe he wasn't 2. He was like old enough to like barely talk. Like, he was at the age where, like, he could kind of talk, but, like, you know, yeah, around, like, 2. And the other one was, like, in elementary school. Like, maybe, like, anywhere from kindergarten to, like, 2nd grade. But, yeah, the kid just wanted attention, because, like, no one paid attention to the poor kid. Which makes sense, like... So between 5 and 7. Yeah, that's about right. Which, I mean, it makes sense that no one paid attention to the poor kid, because, like I said, the mother was an alcoholic who never really, like, did anything with her kids. And then the dad... So... Technically... The dad of the hellion was in the store, like, in the picture, right? And would, like, take care of both of the kids. But the kid that like, I liked and thought was, like, a nice kid or whatever, his dad was not in the picture, because his dad was, like, a meth head. Because, oh yeah, spoiler alert, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, she was kind of, like, well, she wasn't, like, when we were together, but she used to be, like, a meth head. A little bit. I think it was meth. I don't remember. She didn't look methed out. Like, I'm not interested in methed out looking girls. She didn't look methed out. You wouldn't be able to tell if you saw her. But I guess she used to for a spell. Anyway. Well, yeah, like I said, what do you think? I'm interested in some methed out looking chick? No. She didn't look it, alright? And I was, like, actually really shocked to have heard that. But yeah, anyway. The kid's dad was, like, a meth head. And, like, he only ever met his dad once. And like, he's basically on his deathbed, from what I understand. Like, he's not long for this world. So yeah, I could see him not getting, like, he's not getting the attention from his mom, obviously, and like the dad is not in the picture, and then like the stepdad, you know, probably doesn't care about him as much as his own son. So it's just, you know, it's just sad. You know, like, I could tell he was, like, craved for attention. Like, he would make all of these games or whatever. And, like, he would want someone to play with him. You know, like, play these games he created. So, if you would have stayed together, you would have been a good dad. I would have been the best dad. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, apparently he's like, good on you, bro. Well, thank you. Not that I want to be a dad. I want to also put that out there. I'm not a big fan of, like, children, but, like, he was at least old enough to where, like, you know, I don't really have to, like, take care of him, if that makes sense. Well, I mean, actually, funnily enough, I should say that. There was one time I had to go to the store for something. I think I had to pick her, like, I think her kid was sick. And she needed me to go out and pick up some medicine or something for the kid. And, like, she gave me her, like, EBT card or whatever. Wait, how long were you guys a thing then? It was a couple of months. Yeah, she needed me to go pick up her kid some medicine. And the one kid wanted to come along with me and go for some reason. I think he thought that I was, like, his dad, if I'm being honest with you. Just because I think he knew that, like, the one guy was not his dad. And, like, my name sounded similar to his name. It almost seemed like longer. Alright, there we go. So I need 3 black carpet and 1 orange. That's so annoying. I was fucking done with all of this, and then, like, fucking the ghast had to go and just shit all over my parade. Yeah, he thought I was his daddy-o. So we're at the Walgreens, right? And he's like, I gotta poop. And I was like, okay, alright. So I go and I take him to the bathroom, right? And I wait outside the bathroom. And then he comes out and he's like, oh, can you wipe my butt? And I looked at him and I was like, no, you're gonna have to handle that on your own. And he was just kind of like in shock, like a little bit. And I was just like, yeah, you're gonna have to do that on your own, man. I'm not doing that. And it was just like the most coincidental timing in the world. She called me and she was like, hey, what's taking so long? And I was like, oh, he had to poop, and he wants me to wipe his butt. And she started, like, crying, laughing, and she was like, yeah, he's not really, like, used to doing that. And she was like, what'd you tell him? And I was like, I told him he's gonna have to do that on his own. Like, I'm not about that. Like, no diddy, And also, I just, no, I'm not doing that regardless. Like, even if it was my kid, like, no. Like, he's old enough that he's got to figure that out on his own. But, yeah. And, I mean, I guess I see why you're saying, like, it felt like longer, because there's just so much, like, that went on. But it was, like, a good 3 months, I want to say. If not, like, a little bit longer than that. It was no longer than 5 months, I know that. Well, if he's, like, 7. I mean, yeah. I feel like he'd at least know. Right. He figured it out. He figured it out. Or he did a poor job at it, but, that's not really my problem now, is it? Yeah, like I said, I do feel bad for that kid, though. It's like, I can't in any world imagine him being the problem child. I also liked him a lot because, I'm not gonna lie, this also played a lot into my factoring of how much I liked the kid, because so the boyfriend knew that me and her were at least, like, friends, and I think he had suspicions that something else was going on, but she was just, like, gaslighting him, like, gaslighting the fuck out of him. So he went and asked both of the kids who they liked more, me or him, and the hellion said, like, oh, I like my dad, I don't like either of you. Like, that, I only like my dad. But the other kid was like, oh, I like Ultra more. I was like, that's my boy. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Like, he straight up told him that to his face. Oh, and also because he said that when we were at the Walgreens picking up, like, whatever shit, like, whatever medicine he needed, I went and I bought him, like, this giant bag of Swedish fish. It's like, of course I didn't say it to him, but I was like, you picked the right answer. You picked the right answer, buddy. You said me, so you get candy. Alright, I'm gonna throw all of this shit in a shulker box, and then we are ending the episode. We probably should have ended it long ago. Perfect. Perfect. I think there's blaze rods in one of those fucking ender chests, or one of those shulker boxes, which means I gotta go fucking dig that out. Because I'll forget those blaze rods are in there, and then we're gonna be waiting a long time. Yeah. I know that one is good. Let's double check this one. Yeah, take those out, take this out. Is this waxed? Nope. Is this waxed? This is waxed. Right, that's unwaxed. Take the gas tier out. None of these are waxed. Take these out. Take this out. Alright, everything else should be good. Yeah. You know, I'm sure there's other great stories I have from that period of time, but I just don't. I can't remember them all at this point in time. Any more ultra lore? You know, oh, here's another bit of lore for you that I think you'll enjoy. She's technically a follower on the channel. Well, no, she's not technically. She is a follower of the channel. Her and her brother, actually, both follow me on Twitch. That's some crazy lore stoppages. Droppage? Oh, droppage. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, she's a follower of the channel. Alright. Let me go fly over here, and while we're flying over here, I'll do the fucking outro. So thank you so much for watching, Slicks. Thank you to anyone else who may have tuned in and didn't chat with me. I really appreciate it. She does follow the channel. She does. Thank you to the YouTube crowd who's going to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.